Hi Josh, my name is Alessandro and I'm an analytics student at London Business School. I could really relate to your brief, and that's why I built Novus Wealth, the only app that tracks all asset classes simultaneously. Let's have a look at it. As we can see, we have a very clean looking kind of initial screen that welcomes the user, and then here we're initially giving the dashboard. We can see the overall net worth of the user with the daily change and the all-time change, and we can also click through all of the asset classes available. If we scroll down, we can see in general the overall kind of holding allocation, in this case, of all assets. In this case, we kind of generated a random sample set, so we can see that in our case, stocks hold the majority, and then we can also see the top individual holdings. If we click, for instance, on Apple, we can actually also see kind of the stock price evolvement. We can look at the 5-day chart. We can also see kind of the monthly chart and so forth. And we also provide the user with a lot of important information, as well as research that the user then can read for himself. Then basically very important is also the asset tab, where we show kind of all available, or basically all assets that the user holds. And if we then click through the assets, we can see we have a tree heat map that basically shows kind of the size of all of the stocks in this case, and we have the same for other features as well. Now, of course, very important is if the user wants to add an asset, he can simply click on add asset, and then he can basically manually include all of these assets. The same goes for stocks, bonds, real estate, and so forth. We also have cash savings with very common cash savings accounts. But the feature that I want to show, given the short time, is the import statement. And sometimes, unfortunately, it bugs on the first try. So let's see if it works now. Luckily, it does. And this is a random brokerage statement that I generated for Fidelity. We can see a bunch of different asset classes here. So what we want to do with this feature is allow the user to literally upload a Word document, a PDF, or an Excel, and then our AI agent behind the entire app parses through the data, extracts the relevant information, and then presents the holdings right here. And here we go. So it found all kind of holdings of our brokerage statement, and then we can simply add the holdings to the portfolio. This, of course, would be a premium feature together with the View AI suggestions. We can, for instance, click on how diversified is my portfolio, and then again, our AI agent looks through all of our asset holdings, and based on that, responds to our prompts. So let's see what it says. It says your portfolio is moderately diversified. Then, of course, we could follow up, for instance, asking how we could improve it. Well, moving on, we have the analytics tab that basically shows you a lot of in-depth analytics that are important to investors, including the Sharpe ratio, we have the income yield, and then we also, for instance, have geographic and currency exposure together with all other tabs. This is Novus Wealth. We hope you enjoyed it.